welcome to WWF Championship Wrestling for May 19th, 1979. I am Ref Jayhawk. Thank you for joining us if you're watching live on Twitch. And for those of you watching on YouTube as well, thank you as well. 5-match lineup here today, and you can see the tentative lineup there. Dominic, DeNucci against Toki. Estrada will be coming up later on. That's going to be one of our big feature matches come the evening. We're all going to keep Pat Patterson in action, Nikolai, Volkoff, Ivan Putski all in action here over the next hour or so. Let's go ahead and get to the ring and get it started. Vindictive, replacement, and reversal for the... Okay, I'm not trying to give away too much on that, but it looks like we're going to get Valentine against the Chief, so let's go ahead and get it started. Greg the Hammer, Valentine in the ring. This is going to be a good one. We're waiting this for a long, long time. Oh, wait a minute. That was Andre, really? Yeah, Chief J. Strumbo not going to manhandle Andre the Giant like that. But, here we go. We're underway. Fight is underway. They are unloading on each other. These two defying each other. Chief J. Strumbo. This thing's broken down in a hurry here. There's the bell to kick things off here in our opening contest. Chief J. Strumbo, of course, returning after the big injury at the hands of Greg the Hammer Valentine. This is Strumbo's first matchup back. I think Andre played a little bit of a part on purpose in the Chief coming in here, but yeah, definitely a big rivalry matchup coming up here. All big running knee there by the Chief. Chief J. Strumbo, of course, former WWF tag team champion back in the day. Oh, elbow tie up here. Of course, this is just the second TV broadcast of the World Wrestling Federation. Probably about the 6 or 7s in real life, but it's 2 for us. We're going to go with it. Nice call, elbow tie up there. It's a waist lock. You're going to see Greg the Hammer Valentine has a match upcoming with the WWF Heavyweight Champion Bob Backlund. But who knows with Chief J. Strumbo back in the thick of things, how those matches are going to wind up going. Oh, nice little headlock takedown by Greg the Hammer. He's going to crank back on that headlock. Yanking back on it. Chief needs to watch those shoulders, make sure those don't go down to the match. Of course, most of our matches are 1 fall 10 minute or 1 fall 15 minute time limit on TV here, but this matchup, so much going on in the rivalry here. Now Chief with the side headlock. Not sure if 10 minutes can contain these two guys. Not sure if the rules can contain these two guys. You may have seen some stipulation matches and the like coming up in that on here. Up nice little hammerlock there, cranking on it. Couple of elbows there by Greg the Hammer Valentine. He quite got of that. Strumbo with a springboard forearm. Okay. We're taking that creative license a little too far, I think, here. But the Chief getting up. The Hammer. Calling elbow. Gonna drag him over that corner. Face first in that top turnbuckle. Goes Greg the Hammer Valentine. Big right hand. Chief working on the Hammer in that corner. Running off in a big running boot. Got Valentine in trouble. Valentine rolling out to the floor. Strumbo saw it coming, rolled right out after him. And again, if you're new to professional wrestling or new to WWE, typically, these two men have a 10 count on the floor. Cranking in there with a Fujiwara armbar. Oh, I thought they had a 10 count on the floor, but I have not seen the referee start a count. I didn't think it was no disqualification, but I think that's what we're looking at here. If that's the case, we could be a while here, folks. But with the rivalry matches, with this being a known rivalry, I didn't want to mess with the settings. We're going to risk messing anything up here, so I did not set the time limits, which I normally do to avoid this very thing from happening, but oh man. The rolling German And again, I have to assume that the referee is just going to let them go. There's not been a count by the official. I don't even see the official. Is the official even in the ring? There he is. Hey, ref, get your act out of the way of the hard cam. Knee lift by Chief J. Strumbo going out to the apron. And oh my God. Went in for a springboard senton and missed. Now DDT by the hammer. The hammer pulling Strumbo out toward the center of the ring. And cranking now on the cross-face submission. That counts like a tap. Referee did not call for the bell, though. I can only assume there was not a tap out there. Oh, big knee lift. Valentine now up second rope on the inside. Flying axe handle. Okay. TJ Strumbo and Andre the Giant are now enemies. That's interesting. Not a title match, so I don't know why that stipulation's there. I'm confused, guys. I'm not sure what happened there. I'm guessing. Looks like it's going in the universe mode here as a draw of some description or no contest. The bell rang. It was an official match, but we did not get a finish. So I'm going to call it a no contest for the sake of the record book. It sounded like just Strumbo tapped, but I didn't see it. So I can't call it a submission. And the referee did not call for the bell. I want to call it a no contest here, 501. And I need to go through and do some changes to the option here because we had some YouTube was getting picky about the music that's built into the game, but it is what it is. Let's go to our next matchup. We do have time left the way here. This one will be one fall with a 10-minute time limit. Let's go ahead and get to it. That was absolutely strange. Now, I don't know what happened there. Let's go to the ring here. One fall, 10-minute time limit for our next contest. I have no idea what happened there.
The following contest is scheduled for one fall, making his way to the ring from Brooklyn, New York, weighing in at 230 pounds, Jose!
Okay, Estrada on his way to the ring here. This match will be one fall with a 10-minute time limit. That would be most single matches on television. And realistically, with us knowing what this match was, this is probably be considered the feature match, at least of what was scheduled on the original broadcast of the show in 1979, which I don't have access to, unfortunately. I do think I'm going to start a Patreon at some point so we can watch some of these shows that we're accumulating.
And his opponent from Milan, Italy, weighing in at 245.
Dominic DeNucci on his way to the ring here. Longtime wrestler, held the WWF Tag Team Championship with Victor Rivera and Pat Barrett in the 70s. Maybe in the twilight of his career a little bit here, but fun thing about the universe mode matches is you don't know what's going to happen. We start getting some things up here. Got John and DeNucci 1 fall 10 minutes. Of course, when we do these streams, we do WWF Championship Wrestling from a weekend beginning in 1979, right after the name change to the World Wrestling Federation. And then we do have our premium live event based on the televised house shows of the era. The first one of those will be the May 26th Philadelphia Spectrum card. 3 titles are going to be on the line on that particular card. You're going to see Bob Backlund defend the world title. You're going to see the Valiant Brothers defend the World Tag Team title. And the North America title will be defended by Ted DiBiase. All 3 major championships will be on the line on that broadcast. We will go over the actual lineup for that in our next stream. Actually, I don't think anything's going to change based off of what we're doing here. Maybe DiBiase's opponent might change. He'll be in action next week. We'll go over next week's lineup in a little bit as well. But at the Spectrum, May 26th, Bob Backlund defends that WWF Championship against Greg the Hammer Valentine. Haystack Calhoun will be the special referee for that matchup. You're also going to see the Tag Team Championship on the line. The Valiant Brothers defending against an interesting tag team. We've not seen them make a tag team on television as of yet. Steve Travis and Gorilla Monsoon. Should be an interesting matchup there. There's the cover by DeNucci and 3 count. That didn't take long at all.
Here is your winner.
Less than 2 minutes. Dominic DeNucci gets the win. That's as it stands right now. The shortest match in the brief history here of the World Wrestling Federation, WWE 2K. And disappointing is an understatement for the recall for that one. Less than 2 minutes. And this is going to be an interesting matchup here. We got Pat Patterson taking on Gorilla Monsoon in our next contest here. This is going to be an interesting concept here. Well, let's get into it. Looks like we might have a short night coming. Dominic DeNucci with the win. Okay, Estrada with the loss. So I can kind of keep track. Kind of keeping track of win-loss records as we go here. Or Pat Patterson can be accompanied to the ring by the Grand Winner. This match also 1 fall with a 10-minute time limit. We'll see what happens with this one.
The following is scheduled for 1 fall, making his way to the ring from Montreal, Quebec, Canada, weighing in at 235 pounds, Pat Patterson.
1 fall with a 10-minute time limit. Pat Patterson accompanied to the ring by the Grand Wizard of Wrestling. Kind of see him in the back there, making it quite in. Yeah, Pat Patterson, relative newcomer here to the Northeast. He's made no bones about it. He would like a shot at the North American title. Had to mute my mic there for a second there. I had a sneeze all of a sudden. That Pat Patterson would like an opportunity at Ted DiBiase's North American title. Let's see what happens there. He may get that shot down the line. But man, he's taking on one of the toughest wrestlers this company's ever seen.
And his opponent from New Jersey, weighing in at 401 pounds, Gorilla.
Gorilla Monsoon, 401 pounds from Willingboro, New Jersey. former Manchurian Giant. We talked last time out about the legendary battle he had with Bruno Sammartino for the WWF Championship in the 50s. If I remember correctly from reading Brian R. Coleman's book, it was 74, 84-minute draw against Bruno Sammartino at Madison Square Garden. The big match in Roosevelt Stadium when I was supposed to be Buddy Rogers getting his longer way to rematch. Gorilla stepped in. Now this big matchup coming up here. One fall with a 10-minute time. Let me see the time in the upper right-hand corner of your screen. Monsoon now. Looks like he's going to try to work on the arm of Patterson here in the early going. Went for a running boot. Maybe hit his own head on the way down. Looked like he connected with that boot, but did not get the not full effect of it, and it hurt himself as well. Look, a backbreaker there by Gorilla Monsoon. Gorilla, another guy in the twilight of his career. He's got maybe another, I'd estimate he probably got another year and a half, maybe 2 years left in him. Big cover coming up here, and nope, no count. Gorilla now sending Patterson into the top turnbuckle. Grant Wicker just do a kendo stick into the ring, though. These referees need to be careful. If either one were to use that kendo stick, it would be a disqualification. Referee getting that out of the ring. Good job there. And the referee just went out of the ring for some reason. He wants to avoid that big superplex. But oh! Holy shit! Call that a draw. Holy shit! Did not expect the ring to collapse. There you go. Wow. Alright, 2 draws in 1 show. That's going to be another no contest. When the ring collapses. I can't believe I'm typing this in. Ring collapsed on that superplex. Only went about 1:35, give or take. Maybe a second or two off there. I wasn't expecting the ring to collapse. I didn't look at the clock. Alright, we're going to take a minute or two here to fix the ring. We got 2 more matches coming up. I'm going to take a short intermission while we get the ring fixed up. We'll be right back, everybody.
Sounds right. Sounds bad. Sounds bad. Sounds bad. Sounds bad. Sounds bad. Sounds bad.
All right, welcome back here, everybody. That was insane. Again, if you just joined us, Pat Patterson and Gorilla Monsoon go to a no contest in less than 2 minutes when the ring collapses under a superplex by the big gorilla. We took a few minutes to get the ring fixed, and we are coming back now with our next matchup. One fall to 10 minutes. It's going to be a short show. Both matches go to a 10-minute draw. We're under an hour.
Is scheduled for one fall, making his way to the ring from Moscow, Russia, weighing in at 320 pounds,
Nikolai Volkoff on his way to the ring, accompanied by Clacky Fred Blackie. Oh, I got some cough drops here. My throat getting a little dry. Nikolai Volkoff, of course, we saw him last week. Lost Tito Santana, one of the better matches of the show last week. Check out how unpredictable these universes are, though. But we had Jordan's match last week with 3 minutes and 46 seconds. We've had 2 matches under 2 minutes on this one already. So. Go back.
weighing in at 260 pounds,
SD Jones making his way back to the ring for this matchup here. We will see Nikolai Volkoff in action at the Philadelphia Spectrum on May 26th. That is 1 week from tonight. Looking in the Philadelphia area, get your tickets now for that one. Plenty of great heat still available for that one. 3 titles on the line there. Bob Backlund, Greg Valentine. For the WWF Heavyweight Championship, Haystack Calhoun will be the special guest referee. Steve Travis, Gorilla Monsoon getting their shot at the tag team championship. The Valiant Brothers, Ted DiBiase defending North American title against Jimmy Valiant. Both matches all signed for that big event. Nikolai Volkoff will be in action for that show as well. And now you see SD Jones going to work on the leg here. SD Jones had a tough match against the Iron Sheik last week on the broadcast. Half Boston Crab. Too early to win the match with this, I think, and Nikolai pretty close to the rope, but Nikolai wants to kick out of it. Gotta give him credit for not taking the easy way out of this one. Calling elbow tie up SD Jones, actually outpowering Nikolai Volkoff, bringing him back to that corner. Referee got a handful here. Oh, overhand chop right to the forehead there. And come on, referee, count that. Should be like a chokehold. If anybody from 2K is watching, if I want to see more stuff like that next time around. I want to see 5 counts with chokehold. Up like a double leg takedown on the cover. Meanwhile, behind the count, Freddie Blackie undoes that top turnbuckle pad. We get a series of covers here. Nobody got more than a 1 count there, but 3 pinfall attempts. Oh, the cord comes about 10 seconds there. Now the referee's going to put that turnbuckle pad on. No, Nikolai could have gone for the low blow there. Decided against it. He decided to get ahead and go to the midsection with it. And SD Jones firing back. Again, I cut it with the Iron Sheik last week, but SD Jones in this era, I would not call it an uppercut. Yeah, I probably would not call it an uppercut if SD Jones got a win against anybody in this era. Blackman's going for that turnbuckle pad again. You need to be careful. SD Jones with a Kirika punches. Now a Kirika stomp right to the head there of Nikolai Volkoff. Doing it damage. Running off big running knee lift. Catching him there. Kick to the small of the back. And now SD Jones stomping away at Nikolai there. And letting himself get distracted by Freddie Blasky. Now, this hurt him last week against Iron Sheik as well. Actually, it didn't. Blasky was not in ringside for that one. I'm thinking Tito. Now you see FD Jones. He is going to go out after. I was about to say smart moves like, you know, take advantage of the 10 count, but FD Jones going to go out after him. Yeah, and again, like I said, one fall, 10 minutes. You got 10 count on the floor to get back in the ring. If you don't, you lose the match. Neither man gets back in. We'll get our third no decision of the evening. Nikolai Volkoff lifting him up and dropping him down. Pretty even matchup overall, I would say here. FD Jones maybe with a slight advantage at this stage. Nikolai gonna roll. FD Jones gonna kick and roll right in after him. Now going to work on that arm. Oh, a fifth drop. Floored him there. Chair got in the ring somehow. I assume Blackie threw that in there while they were fighting on the floor. We did not see it on camera. Nikolai now going up to the top rope. And a flying knee. Could do it. Got 2 count by FD Jones. Give him some credit. Got out of it. Oh, Nikolai went for that big backbreaker. One of his signature moves. FD Jones lands on his feet behind it. Headbutt. And now into an abdominal stretch. Don't know if referee is really in good position to see. Oh, no. Got talked out of it. Nikolai Volkoff jumped too powerful here. And a big right hand, overhand right there. We're 5 minutes into this contest. 5 minutes remaining in the one fall 10-minute time limit match. There's the whip by Nikolai and a big boot. And a big clothesline. And FD Jones got over the top rope. Nikolai going to go out after him. You got to be mindful of the referee 10 count here. You got to be mindful of that time limit as well. We're in the second half of this matchup. FD Jones, we definitely think he's going to. That's going to restart that 10 count. Big flying tackle. And a stomp to the knee, the ankle. Stomp there, elbow there. Elbow drop there. Give FD some credit. Oh, there's an Indigiri by Nikolai. Thought he was going for the camel clutch, but he's got on the back. Nikolai Volkoff rolling out the count of kick. If he's smart, he'll stay in the ring. I don't know if FD's getting back in. The count's got 8. Referee trying to tell FD to get back in. FD needs to hurry. Count got to 9. A lot of time went between counts, covered the count off. Fifth to the rib. FD's foot looks like it might be underneath the bottom rope. It doesn't matter. FD could have kicked out. I could talk about how inconsistent the count appeared. Oh, backbreaker and slamming back with a fallaway slam. They're going for the cover. I think this will do it. 1, 2, 3. 6 minutes and 51 seconds. So good long matchup here. That's actually the longest. That's actually the longest match in the history of this series. With a backbreaker to a fallaway slam. .51, the time of the fall. We got one more match to go. So we'll have an 10-minute time limit. Close out here. Nikolai Volkoff with that win. Now 1-1 so far in his WWF career here. Look at the welcome on the chest. S.D. Jones now 0-2. And Ivan Putski will take on Pete Doherty in our final contest here. This match not a... The main event was realistically Dominic, DeNucci, Estrada. That was realistically the main event of the show, like early on. Well, Gorilla Monsoon did not wrestle on TV much. No. Pete Doherty, Ivan Putski. One fall the 10-minute time limit. Our final matchup this week on Championship Wrestling. Putski's first singles matchup here.
The following contest is scheduled for one fall. Making his way to the ring from Boston, Massachusetts, weighing in at 246 pounds, Peter Doherty.
Duke of Dorchester, Pete Doherty. We saw him last week. Give the North American champion Ted DiBiase all that he wanted at a non-title contest. Doherty this time they're going to have a tough contest in Ivan Putski. Our first look at Ivan Putski here. The Polish Power. I have a feeling we're going to be seeing a lot of these two superstars over the course of the year here on Championship Wrestling.
And his opponent from Warsaw, Poland, weighing in at 245 pounds, Ivar Putski.
Ivan Putski, Polish Power, making his way to the ring. Got our first look at him here on Championship Wrestling. That's 1979 rolled on. Again, I guarantee a lot of these two guys over the years. Putski in particular, I think we're going to see a lot of. Probably see Putski on some pay-per-view events when we get to the mid-80s. Just a hunch, just a guess. We are underway with our final matchup here of the evening. Pete Doherty, Ivan Putski using that superior power, and that definitely is superior power for. And on, not a clean break there by Pete Doherty. All that's going to do is make Ivan Putski angry. Kick to the back there. I do want to apologize for my language during that Patterson Monsoon match. I was not expecting the ring to collapse. And forced a brief intermission for it earlier, but that's what we got. A big knee to the head there. Drops the elbow. Going for the cover here, we get one. Only a count of one there by Ivan Putski. Match has been all Ivan Putski so far here, which I think most people would expect. There's a curious stomp there, nicely done. And here comes Doherty. Doherty's not gonna let me go down sleeping. He's gonna fight back. And we'll give him some credit there, absolutely. Big knee. Drops him down there. Now getting up. Putski here goes. Oh, throws Putski down to the canvas. Go for the cover, Doherty. Gets the count of almost 2. Got to count, jump to count of 1. Give the Duke some credit here. Duke's got a lifetime record of like 0 and 7 million, but he's never not in a fight. Here's a clothesline, caught Putski's foot there, leg sweeps him down. Doherty feeling it here, go for the cover again. Count of 1, count of 2, ooh, getting closer. Putski able to get that left shoulder up, but that was a 2 count. Can you imagine what this win will do for Pete Doherty if he can... Oh, we got slammed down there. Imagine what this win will do for Pete Doherty here. That's a big bear hug. I mean, he got all that pressure on that bear hug, though. Python-like arms. Not able to get him there. He's going to drop him. He's going to go back up to the... He's going to go up to the top of him, not back up. Went for a flying splash and missed. Doherty was too far away from him. But you can see the wear and tear Doherty had. Oh, the Polish hammer. 1, 2, 3. 3:20 the time. Putski winning with that Polish hammer.
Here is your winner, Ivar Putski.
Well, I tell you, give to Duke, Pete Doherty, all the credit in the world for that matchup here. He came very close. Got a couple near fall. Did get a 2 count at one point, but in the end he goes to 0 and 2. Having Putski move to 1 and 0. All right, so that is going to do it for this hour of championship wrestling. Going to go ahead and go over everything here. Referee lost all control of Greg and Hammer Valentine against Chief J Strombo, and Strombo trying to return after his knee injury. They went to a no contest in 5:01. Dominic DeNucci pinning Jose Estrada in less than 2 minutes to get a win earlier on. Patterson and Gorilla Monsoon, they go to a no contest in 1:35. The ring collapsed when Gorilla hit a superplex off the top. And the best match of the night, Nikolai Volkoff pinning FD Jones with a backbreaker into a fallaway slam, 6 minutes and 51 seconds. And then, of course, you just saw it, we wrapped up with Ivan Putski defeating the Duke of Dorchester with Pete Doherty in 3:20. Next week on Championship Wrestling will be the May 26th edition of Championship Wrestling. You're going to see... Got a couple of feature matchups coming up here. 2 big main events. Pat Patterson will be back with us. He will take on Dominic DeNucci next week. Also, Tito Santana against Johnny Raw. Both those matches next week. Also, Nikolai Volkoff will be back in action. The Iron Sheik will be in action. The North American Champion Ted DiBiase in a non-title match will be here next week. And then handsome Jimmy Valiant of the famed Valiant Brothers. Some tremendous action coming up. The matchup will in all next week right here on Championship Wrestling. Guy, thank you very much for joining us. If you're following me live on Twitch right now, thank you very much for doing so. We do have the YouTube channel up and running where we will be archiving these matches. That is at 1980 WWE 2K Universe. Hopefully you guys will end up following us there in case you missed an episode and want to get caught up. If you're watching this on YouTube, at RefJayhawk on Twitch, get the notifications when these streams go live. We're going to try to do these as often as possible. Hopefully at least once a day. Hopefully at least 4 or 5 days a week. As we continue our run here. You can follow me on pretty much all of the social media. X, TikTok, Blue Sky, at RefJayhawk. And then we have, you can follow me at the Instagram at Jayhawk1539. And I have a podcast, the Indie Wrestling Guide. New episodes drop nearly every Thursday morning, wherever you listen to your favorite podcast. There'll be a direct link to that podcast in the description. So I hope you guys check that out as well. That is going to do it for me for today, everybody. Nice little short stream here. Got 45 minutes if you join us live, 40-ish minutes on the YouTube. Stay safe, everybody. Enjoy professional wrestling, and we'll catch you next time.
Sounds right.